What's up, Trios Tribe? Bringing you guys another top 16 deck list. This weekend has been busy for events. We had NA, we had Oceania, and we even have Europe. So we're trying to get into all of them. This is the second one I'm doing, so keep that in mind. First one I did was NA. TAC games, 65 players, 6 rounds of Swiss. Digiburst ended up topping one of these. I can't remember his name at this second. I'm tired, man. Let's get into the top 16. Oh man, do you guys love blue over there? 5 Mirages and 3 Magnamon X's blue base. That's a lot of blue love, man. Eight whole blue decks taking up half the pie chart is wow. And it's like we're seeing like Numemon, the supposed best deck of the format, probably still is. I'm not an idiot. Just like that Numemon pie chart getting a little smaller. It's interesting to see, like, maybe people are kind of just slowly adapting and making Numemon less of a problem, but I understand how frustrating Numemon can still be and why people are so advocatively calling out for its being to be, like, trim some cards off the top of that deck. Anyway, there's some interesting things that have topped. A single Tyrant was able to top, a Belfemon was able to top, and its debut topping GraceNovamon randomly, an EX06. Now's the time to top with GraceNovamon. Really cool to see that. And then the newcomer from EX06 won 7 Great Demon Lords. We had one in NA, and I talked about them first, so this is the second time I get to talk about a 7 Great Demon Lords list. I thought the Minimon would also make a presence, make it stand in the EX6 format, but not quite. Maybe that deck is genuinely too high roll for something like this, but we'll see. We'll see going forward. Maybe people still have to learn the deck. But anyway, let's talk about the list as we go. We're gonna talk about Jeffrey first. Jeffrey's 16th place, 7th Great Demon Lords list, and I want to emphasize that when we're looking at these lists, the things that stand out are going to be like the one-ups. Which ones are we playing at 4? Playing something at 2 just kind of means we want to see it some of the time, and already see a couple of diversions from there. We're playing 4 of this Lucemon and Belfemon. We saw that before. 4 of the Chaosmon, that seems to be a mainstay. 4 of the Creepymon seems to be a mainstay. And then we're playing 1 Barbermon, also seems pretty true. And then making sure we find time to fit in a Rage mode and a Sleep mode just to help our name count. And these two do help slow down our opponent more than I think people give it credit for. We see an absence of Calling from Darkness I find very interesting, but it is what it is. And then only 3 Leviamons, choosing to be more on the EX5 one over the EX9 or EX6 one. So back-to-back EXs, we got Leviamons, which is amusing to me. And then 1 X antibody on top of 1 Ruin mode. 2 Agudamon seems to be the standard. Biting Crush seems like a hell of a card in the mirror. 7 full cluster, interesting. 3 of the Ascent of the 7 Great Demon Lords, 4 of the Pokepa, 4 of the Sister Mount Blanc. Nothing's really standing out to me in terms of like what I'm talking about, but as you are the premier Oceania 7 Great Demon Lords, I'm sure people have questions. If so, Jeffrey, if you want to leave a comment, tell us how you did, what you would change. Oh, Belfemon X, this stands out as well as a card. Like, it makes sense. I mean, it goes on top of Belfemon, Trash and Security. Maybe you're not on the game plan. And interesting enough, like, no Yggdrasil spice in the Digibubbles is interesting. So it is what it is. Yeah, let's go. Congrats on 16th. And then we have to talk about GraceNovamon. Notably, the biggest increase in this card in this deck is the introduction of the Gaomon at 2. Just letting us have just 1 more champion was really one of the things this deck was desperately in need of. And then 3 of the Agumon. I haven't been a fan of this Agumon. It just doesn't do what you want a rookie to do in this deck. Sure, hard playing this for 3 and getting some nice search is solid, but is it better than ADR Searcher? I'm not convinced, but it is what it is. If you're able to get a Lunamon out and then play, or in raising and then play an Agumon, so then you can bounce the Agumon, I can see some plays there being potentially nice. Or even like if the Agumon was also a win Digivolving, I feel like that would have been the key thing in this deck to make it just push it one step further. Because if you have a rookie and then you Silent Co, you can actually cheat the Digibubble dies rule that exists in the game. If you have Luna with a Digibubble, you Ko and Sao below the Digibubble and then Digivolve into an Agumon. That is a legal play. And then if the Agumon was when Digivolving, you could actually use that combo and have something better to do than just play this Agumon. And not having the inheritable hurts the deck more than most people think, and that's why I kind of feel like ADR Searcher might be better. But other than that, it's just the Sun and Moon stuff, man. We're maxing out on everything. Sun and Moon maxing. Only 3 of the GraceNovamon. No Blitz Omni stands out to me. 3 and 3 of the Tamer sounds right, and then 1 Phoebus Blow, 2 Good Night Moon, 1 Crimson Blaze, just filling out with utility. And maybe with this deck we'll see a bump in consistency and power and representation when the dual searchers come out, because we do get a red blue memory boost coming up soon, so that would be huge for this deck. But yeah, congrats on, I believe, what did we get? We got 11th place. This is Tien Tong. I'm trying with names, man. I'm trying. And that's what matters. Oh my god. This is 10th place. Tikwai Lao. Tikwai Lao. Yellow Vaccine. Wow, you fit in a bunch of cards into this deck. Other vaccines a little more condensed than you. Finding time to fit in. We cut a BT9 Rapid to make room for a bunch of stuff. So 2 gold Vidramons, 2 Patamons for the movie, 4 Pillamon. Man, we are really on the floodgates. I guess we were just hoping to. What were we hoping with the Patamon? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, we want to counter Numemon, go for it. 2 Ukamons, just because Ukamon's a good card. Only 4 level 5s in the Angelomon Ace. It's a good one. And then actually, it's making time to play Valkyremon Ace. Valkyremon Ace is a good card. You can catch Numemon slipping. You can get other people slipping. People just aren't expecting it against armor vaccine. So I see it. I can see it. Making the choice to play physical training instead of memory boost is something I always try to call out. 2 Digimon Emperor and then 1 Blast Fire. BT1. Holy snap. I love this card's so amusing to me. Change the original DP of one of your opponent's Digimon to 3k and then suddenly like anything's just dead. Even making room for 2 Edamon. So 2 Edamon, Valkyremon Ace. I know the DigiGuard podcast crew keep talking about it. Just fit these 2 cards in any deck and it's busted. And like here, you're making it real. It's cool. Only 1 Rapidmon X and then 4 Magnamon X antibody. Just all cards that make sense to me. 2 Awakening the Golden Knight, Shine Ruin mode. Just some cool stuff to see. Grats on 10th place. And then we get to talk about Belfemon. Belfemon making it to 7th place. Marcus. So this is Belfemon Dark Masters. It's good. I mean, it's a purple draw discard engine through the the Gizemon line. Astamon is always trying to delete stuff. You're just maxing out on Ukamons because who cares about your Digibubbles? It makes sense to me. Nothing really stands out to me as like, oh my god, this is nothing stands out as like, oh, you shouldn't run that. That's what I was trying to say. You're playing 2 of all the Dark Masters just for that itsy bitsy consistency. Only 1 Machine Dramon actually. Just that itsy bitsy bit of consistency. 1 Apocalypse, 2 Element of Friendships to maybe recycle a Apocalypse, or maybe even recycle a Sleep mode or a Rage mode, whatever. Makes sense to me. And then you're playing 1 of the new Rage modes. So let's actually look at what this does. Can Digivolve on a sleep mode for a cost of 1. That's interesting. That's something that the old one can't do. So I wonder if this allows you to, I wonder what this allows you to do. It allows you to extend your turn a little bit, right? Because you can go into the sleep mode and then just go into rage mode and start doing things. Like, let's read this card. On play, when Digivolving, you may trash up to 3 cards in your hand. For each one, suspend one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon, then delete all of their lowest play cost suspended Digimon. So a little bit of a board wipe, a little bit of control, especially if you're against Numemon or something like that. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area other than by battle, the all turns doesn't matter. So it's I would love to know why this card. Is the Digivolving on sleep mode actually something relevant? Or are you just trying to hard play this for like an unexpected board clear? It's very interesting to think about. Leave I'll forget your name, Marcus, in the comments. Just let us know, because I find that interesting. And all the draw discard, of course, is fueling our Dark Masters engine. It makes sense. And then actually having a 5th rage mode just fundamentally is nice for Belfemon sleep mode, because sometimes you just run out of rage modes to put under and get immunity. But yeah, get to talk about Magnamon X. Try to go fast. This is 15th place Nicholas list. We're playing Zubagon Punch. We're playing Blinding Rays. Awakening of the Golden Knight. 3 Heaven's Judgment, which is I feel like a card that's been missing from these lists. 2 Death X's. 1 Shu Yulin. 1 Old Davis. 4 Movie Davis. And then just your pick of Vmons. There's nothing a lot to talk about here. This has just kind of been this has been pretty much the mainstay list, even down to the only playing 3 of the BT13 Magnamon. It's been just how you run this deck. This is if you want to be on this deck. We're on blue memory boost. Maybe that's a decision point instead of training or memory boost. It's just something you got to think about. It just depends on how you want to play against the Imperial, I imagine. But yeah, I think we move. Also, Awakening of the Golden Knight. The memory is better than the reduction. But yeah, no, that's Nicholas's going into Chia. No, that's with an S. Chia. Alan. Brackets. I try to say people's names, man. I can see your last name or your last thing. Cool. That's easy. Oh, playing the Lydramon. That's something that stands out to me. And then we're playing the Teacup Man, the good old yellow-blue one. Teacup Man allowing us to recover 1 and then bounce based on our security. Early enough, Teacup Man can clap people who weren't expecting it. And I love that that's there. You can bounce level 6s if they haven't touched you yet. Playing the GX, playing an X Antibody, Kongu, Lapis Demon. So this is the kind of stuff that I was expecting Magnamon X to evolve into, is there's plenty of room to fit in some of these black options, and especially like Kongu counters Numemon for a turn. It's basically an Ice Wall that you're allowed to play at 4. I mean, I'm surprised you don't even play Ice Wall. Or not you, but like you're interesting here because you're playing trainings instead of those Memboosts. You're playing only 1 Heaven's Judgment. You're playing Lapis Demons. There's so many interesting little things here. You're playing 1 Shulin, 2 of the new Davis Kens, which is interesting. I mean, you actually do have a DNA target. That's funny. And then it's just everything else about the card. You don't actually need the suspend strip 3 part of it. You still get the memory. You still can play some of your searching Vmon for free to get some free value, some recurring searching going on, and then just 3 more Davises in the movie. This is an interesting list. I'm glad to see you top with like some dynamicism. I don't know, whatever. Grats. And then I think it's 1 more Magnamon X. This is Li Tao Chen's Durandamon. What in the? Is this real? What are you doing here? Main. By playing 3 costs and placing this card as one of your Legend Arms or one of your level 6 Digimon's bottom level, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as that Digimon. Oh, and then it's got Raid Piercing. Doesn't matter. You're never Digivolving into this thing. When Digivolving, you may attack. That's never happening, but you do get Piercing. So it's a way to give Magnamon X Piercing while also for 3 being able to delete something using your Magnamon. Can you go higher? Level 6. Oh, so it has to be strictly level 6 Digimon. So it's just the Magnamon X. Death X can't do that. And then your Zubagon Punch. You're back to a standard Vmon. Actually adding 1 BT13 and cutting 1 Magnamon from BT9. Worth mentioning, I guess. And then 2 Shuyulins, just more consistency for having a black source early on in case you're not on your boss monsters yet. That's cool to me. Grats on 6th place with that list. Numemon time. 3-3 split on the Digipolice. Actually playing 1 Lu, 1 Digimon Emperor, 1 Protoform. I'm seeing a lot of Protoform. Chimeramon, return of Chimeramon. I love Chimeramon in this deck. It always makes sense to me. Opting to not play Edamon. The return of Warumonzamon's here. 2 Venusmon stands out. Most of the people play 1. And then find time to fit play one and then try find time to fit a Death X. But we did cut a Valkyriemon. The golden ratio has been 3, so you're choosing to play 2. Makes it just cool to me. And then 2-2 split on the Floodgates, opting to just have the consistency of seeing either, I guess. Not having a preference one way or the other is interesting to me. But this was Alex. This is Alex's 13th place Numemon, so congrats on that. Moving on, this should be this is Vicente Reyes. Sorry, I didn't even get the place. 6th place Numemon list, I believe. Cutting an Ukomon. How dare you? You cut out. That's not standard. Anyway, 3-3 on the Floodgates is really interesting. We're again just trying to get more Floodgates, actually playing the Edamon, Valkyriemon again, Golden Rule, playing the Chaosmon. This is something that's creeping up, and we're seeing it being sprinkled here and there. This Chaosmon's pretty good. It's sometimes that extra attack if you just have enough level 6s on board, and then it could be that extra check coming back onto your turn because of the end of opponent's turn. Playing the Death X, playing the Shine, 1 Lu, 2 Digimon Emperor to slow our opponent down, playing 1 of the Claw Garurumon. I love calling that out when I see it. And then 2-0 split on the Digipolice Tamer situation is cool. Anyway, Graz Vicente on 5th place. No, there we go. This Jason's 4th place list. 4-2 split on the Digipolice Tamers, 2 Venusmon. Everyone's on 2 Venusmon this tournament. That's funny. 1 Shine Grave Run Ruin Mode, 2 Edamons, 2 on the Chumons, 3 on the Chikurimons. Makes sense. And then it's a very condensed list after the 3 Lus. Wow. That's a lot of Lus. That's a very aggressive decision to have 3 Lus in your deck, and it clearly worked out for you, so congrats on that. But yeah, interesting list. There's just it's so many Numemons I could talk about in a single night. TyrantKabuteri, congrats! This is Aiden's 2nd place TyrantKabuterimon list, and we're seeing some differences. People haven't quite figured out where we want to be on exactly all these little pieces, and what the pieces I'm talking about is like we're playing this Kuwagamon, and not always seeing that. I think on play when it's a good card. On play when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon Tamers can't suspend until the end of their turn, unsuspend. And it's a promo. Maybe that's why we don't see it as often. It's just like hard to find. Playing a Stingmon, for example, and we saw in an NA, and playing the other promo, a Kuomon, just more interesting cards. I like how Metal Life is in the art. Yeah, and then after that, playing 4 Kabuterimon feels like a lot. It's not the best card in the deck, just because like you really care about being immune to your opponent's Digimon effects if you're a level 4, right? Only 5 KDP. I know you can buff it, but it gets tough. Playing the Shivamon lock, I know when I say Shivamon lock, I get it. People can use their Digimon effects on Shivamon, but like it puts your opponent on having it, makes them have a struggle, especially if those removal effects are when attacking, so then they have to attack in a TyrantKabuterimon. It just makes things awkward, and that's important. 1 hidden potential discovered probably should be banned. I've mentioned that a few times. 4 trainings, 2 memory boosts, and then 3 Grand Kuwagamon Aces. That feels like a lot, but it also feels good. It's just cool stuff. Grats, man. Grats 2nd place. This is Aiden's 2nd place list. Grats. Now we get to talk about 5 Mirages. God help me. Not playing Biomon is sad, but we are playing a little bit of EX Spice. All right, okay. On play, when Digivolving, you may play 1 level 3 Bluemon from one of your blue Digimon's Digivolution cards without. All right, okay. And then when attacking by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution, unsuspend this Digimon. Ooh. That inheritable can be kind of spicy. Okay. You can actually maybe get like a cheeky win. Oh, can you tuck? Wait, it has to be level 3, right? You're from one of by placing one of your other blue Digimon. So you have to be able to bring it out and then you suck it back in. Interesting. Interesting. When an effect adds a card to your hand, return one of your opponent's level 3. Okay, all right, okay. And so it's an interesting way to give yourself jamming too, actually, now I think about it. Why not play the Belfemon? Is the on-play worth it? Is it if a player on-play, if played by an effect, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack. Oh, okay. So you have this in the source, you play, and then you, okay, all right. I'm seeing it, I'm feeling it. I get why. I might just understand why this might be a little better than Belfemon. I like it. Oh, that's so cool. That's cute. That's very dope. Beyond that, we're just maxing on searching. 1 Hammer Spark, no security bomb. So, so this is Christopher Reyes's 14th place Mirage list, by the way. Then going into 12th place, Sai Senposo Miller. Okay. Actually seeing the Belfemon here is kind of cool. Playing Gomamon, that's something we didn't see. Betamon 3, Zunamon is just kind of the standard. That's why I've been skipping it lately. The level 4s, I'm not always going to talk about it, but always pay attention to the level 4s here. It's always interesting to see what the player chose, especially if they even choose to play the one that plays Tamers or not. One of the BT13 Mirage Gaos. I feel like this card should be coming up in relevance and value. Playing Full Metal Blaze as well. I want to like this card. It just, most of the time, doesn't feel like it does what I want it to do, and it's so frustrating. And then, actually making room for 1 Ice Wall. Anyway, we got 5 of these, so Gratz Sai on 12th place. This should be Eduardo's 9th place, just short of Omnimon. That sucks. Playing 1 Full Metal Blades, actually on the BT13 Mirage Gao, and then Belfemon is making a show here. It's just, for the most part, people probably see it as the better than Betamon because it can be a blocker, but I get why that other guy's playing. Like that cool bird combos, I like that a lot. And again, see, like the level 4s, like little differences in the level 4s constantly. We see it happen all the time. Anyway, Gratz Eduardo on 9th place. It's just so, I lose it after so many, this is Sai. This was Chris, Sai. Oh my goodness, Eduardo. And this is Williams. Williams? Is that right? Yeah, this is 4. That's 4. So, oh my god, did I skip somebody? Sai, Eduardo's. Yeah, no, we're good. Maybe I edit that out. Sorry, brain, stop. But all that, and I don't see anything standing out too. Oh, we're playing Aerovigramon instead. So we're playing a little aggressive, trying to get a little aggressive with our level 5s, trying to get that security attack +1, because it's kind of hard, honestly. It's really, like, you would be surprised how, like, just being able to say, like, my Mirage burst mode is attacking for like 6 checks by itself. And then playing one of the BT13 Mirage, like I said, I believe it to be the stocks are up for that card. 4 Zunamon Ace is kind of a lot. Holy moly. Again, level 4 is slightly different. Betamon, Gaomon, Gomamon is like pretty. This was like the standard when Leviamon was reigning supreme. But yeah, Gratz on this is William, so Gratz on 3rd place, William, and then our I hope it's our finalist. Finalist, this is Joseph Reyes. This is Joseph Reyes's. This is Joseph Reyes's winning MirageGaogamon. Again, oh, we're also playing the level 5. Oh my goodness, and then that's what makes us keep the Betamon. Condensed ratio of level 4s, playing 2 of the Gaomon that lets us search, 3 Zunamon Ace, and then after that it's pretty standard. 1 BT13, a lot of the similar stuff here, but like this level 5, so cool. I like seeing this level 5 a lot. So yeah, no, that's interesting stuff. It's cool to see. Everyone, for the most part, I believe had the same Digibubble ratios, but yeah, Gratz Rosef on 1st place. Yeah, I think that should be it. I hope. Yeah, no, back to the pie chart. Oh man, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to talk about every single list, man. Like, share, subscribe. Thanks Digiburst for helping out. Thanks Eggman for writing all this time. EX06 is off to the races, and we're not stopping on product. End of the month we're seeing BT 17 already, so it's gonna be a wild ride going forward. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out.